So now it's 2:05, and I believe that we will have other friends like coming in. So we get started. If you have other friends are not able to join us, not to worry about that as well, because the webinar will be recorded and shared to all our friends. And after the webinar, we will be going through the Q&A sessions. So if you have any questions would like to ask us, please, you can always put down the questions in the Q&A box. And also I have my colleagues, her name is Joey. She will be taking down your question as well, and then we'll also address your questions respectively. Okay, so just to do a little bit of housekeeping, I would like to apologize if you hear any of the drilling sound, because I have my neighbor doing the renovations due to they couldn't do it during the lockdown. So therefore now they piled up with the renovations, and my sincere apologies if you hear that noise. Okay, so a little bit of the housekeeping here, because we have many friends in the room. So therefore we really appreciate the support from every one of us, especially if you can mute yourself throughout the entire webinar as well. Okay. So today we have myself, Michelle, from STAAH as your panelist, and then also Chi Hong from the Agoda Home as our speaker as well, and also Gwen is also from Agoda Home as a speaker. So I am based in Malaysia, Kuala Lumpur. I'm the Senior Business Development Manager. And STAAH, my apologies. And STAAH was established in year 2008, and we have our HQ based in Auckland, New Zealand. So we provide an ecosystem and also a seamless distribution connection to over 10,000 properties in 90 countries to help our partners to improve and also to optimize their revenues. So in terms of the ecosystem, we do provide channel management, booking engine, reputation management, and watch my rate, that is comparing the rates with the different channels. Last and not least is we also have our voucher solution for properties to generate another revenue channel besides the usual source of the channels that you have received, like for example a different OTA or corporates or walk-ins. So voucher will be another channel for revenue generation, right? And let's share more positive the vibes in this hospitality industry, because we have been going through almost 2 years, in the gloomy and doomy scenario. So now the hospitality industry, especially for the vacation rental, is diverting into a different trend now. So we are talking about experiential travel trend emerges from the pandemic. So relaxing in the beach, fancy hotels, all-inclusive resorts. These are some of the typical vacation options. But when COVID-19 disrupted, it also changed the way that many people travel, with some choosing a different experiences over an amenities. The pandemic shut down the international travel in 2020 and also in 2021 now, because some countries are still in the closed border basis, like Malaysia. So this become forcing many travelers to explore other home states, with fresh worldly eyes, and then also new knowledge of the growing trend of the experiential travel. So the goal of the experiential travel is to fully immerse yourself, in a location, eat what the local eats, because a lot of times when we travel, and we only look at like abroad, right? So now it's really a good time for us to support our Malaysia for the cuti Malaysia as well, like going through around that in different places in the local, and you'll be very surprised that you will see a lot of different and enchanting, places, and then also the experiences that you've never been experienced in the past. Yeah. So staying in the Agoda home also is also a place, rather than you may want to stay in a hotel, right? So there are different than staying in a hotel comparing with the homestay or a vacation rental. It will be more relaxing. So there are people or the demand that you can see that bookers are going for experiential travel, and then also they're looking into a different kind of a guest experience to meet a different demands from the host. All right, so let's look at a little bit of statistic about this year 2020, and you can see 127% of how this homestay emerged in this 1 year alone during the COVID. See? So, and 60% of those rental increase that is from the the globally, and then also 60% of the travelers, they are the millennial travelers. So this will be a segment of how all the vacation rental managers, owners, or the hosts should look at about the millennial travelers. They will be the one that's searching a lot on the experiential travel, rather than just only staying in a property or by just booking an accommodation. Another statistics that would like to show also, like in terms of the market size. So to my very surprise, is like 70% of the renters, they also consist of about like 1 to 19 units or managing it. So later we also will share with you one of our clients. He has been managing so many renters in the past before he has STAAH implemented in his distribution solution, right? Another step would like to share with you as well, something you may have known as well, or something you may have already done in the past. And typically when you look at the 84% of the renters, they actually printed a guide for their guests to use. So this is again the aligning to how millennial travelers are looking into a different experiential destinations, or the different places they would like to go, So there will be something that how the host or the owner can provide your local knowledge to your customers. And by seeing the growth in the previous few slides, so what exactly the main factors that contributed to this increase? So we are talking about like health and hygiene. A lot of times, when you go into a hotel basis, so all the hotels like advertising, like they have their property is sanitized, right? So this is also very important in the vacation rental as well, that your place must also be sanitized. And this is also the biggest what the bookers are looking for, because they are looking into a certain safety and security. And longer stays, so every one of us, we also know that how the bookers has switched from a short stay to like staycation or workstation, and some of them is like move all the way to a very short rental basis, like a month or 2 months, So these are how the different criteria or different factors that shaping this rental industry is keep rising from in the past. So the increase of the hosts and the demands, both are the factors that shape the current industry. And if you are looking into today holiday homes, they are as part of that necessity. It's no longer like, oh, an alternative. No, it's a part of the necessity already, because bookers are not just only looking into hotels, but at the same time they would like to experience a different diversified kind of the accommodations, so therefore a lot of vacation renters, how they design their place, and provide a very homey kind of experience to their bookers. So, and like just now I also mentioned how people are working from home, because during the lockdown everyone is stuck at home, right? So now that we are free, so people also are looking into away from the cities and be able to also work from there, as long as there is an internet provided, and become like another options to relax and at the same time you work. And seeing the demand for the rental for the past 1 year during the pandemic and the endemic. So these are the points that what the owners or the hosts or the managers, they are doing now. So you are looking into owners and the hosts, they start talking to their existing customers, and then also like talking or reaching out to their regular guests, right? By telling them is like what has been changed in their area, what are the sanitized period that they have put it in, and how much that they have sanitized their place, by providing that kind of a security to their regular guests. And at the same time, they are also putting in a different platform, listing in the different platforms to sell their units, so that bookers, they have a variety of the different platforms and be visible for the unit. They are visible in the different platform as well. And at the same time, they also encourage more reviews, because reviews become another experience that the bookers are looking for. Because we are educated, during the pandemic period, we are educated to look at reviews a lot, especially when I'm sure when you buy things from Lazada or Shopee, or Moda, before you buy, first thing you look at the reviews first. Then you have the confidence to buy. So these are the few main factors that what the hosts and the owners, they are doing right now. So I hope you are also doing some of it. And what else that is like very important nowadays? Because in the past, right, we just like send email, or something like that. But now social media become a very important platform for the host to reach out to a different group of people. Especially you have the group of people using the Facebook, a group of people using the IG, and then TikTok and Discord and everything. So more and more these kind of social media platforms are available, and that is how the hosts and the owners or the managers, you need to keep up with that pace, especially you would like to target on the millennial travelers, right? So your contents are very important, and then also you may even share your different videos on your social media, because a lot of times they look at the video and then they attract, right? Because video is like 360 degree as well, so they are attracted to the place. So this is a certain experience that you would like to share with your customers or the bookers. Besides that, you are doing everything all right. Let's say you are doing everything all right. So I'm sure that you are also facing a different kind of challenges as well, right? Because with this kind of a demand, how are you keeping up yourself to keep in contact with all your customers? Because sending them the messages is not really like one-time basis, because there will be a lot of ongoing different kind of communication. And then also there are more and more vacation rental units are around your premises. So how are you going to compete with them? And what kind of marketing strategy that you would like to reach out to this group of arrivals, right? And how are you going to improve your guest experiences? And what about the government regulations? There are certain countries that vacation rental is not really allowed in their countries because they have a very stringent kind of regulations. And I'm sure in Malaysia as well, the government is also looking into this kind of regulations as well, because the safety and the security of your customers are very important. So this is also something that the host or the vacation renters or operators, they should look at as well. And to find the right guest, how are you going to find the right guest for your property? Which channels that you are listing your properties to increase their visibility, so that you know which group of people will be making the booking. So these are the different challenges that what the rental units are facing. And moving forward, how do you overcome these challenges? Especially when you see the moment when the demand or the border is open, so the demand is surging. So are you ready for this, right? And do you use any technology to be able to help you in terms of your automation? So a lot of things is like must be in place, because you need to find the right vacation rental technology tools to help you cutting down your costs, and at the same time increase your business level of automations. Because now we use a phone, it's no longer like in the past, right? Making phone calls and everything. A lot of times we use a phone to perform a lot of tasks. This is how technology will be able to help you. And what are the factors that you will need to find out in terms of your technology needs? Do you use a channel management to effectively manage your distribution? Because 70% of the unit owners, they have about more than one unit. So managing more than one unit is a very less headache if you have only 2 units, but it goes up, right? Because you are expanding your business as well. And do you have a direct booking technology for your bookers? So do they call you up or WhatsApp you, So this is a form of a media to communicate, but it will take up a lot of the times. So do you have an engine available for them to straight away make a booking and make a payment, right? And what about your communication software? So I remember there was one rental units were telling me that basically he needs to start himself, just replying messages, just replying WhatsApps. It's a lot of work. Yeah. And then do you have a property management system in place to manage different units, to set these units, maybe it's of order, and then it's like to move your customers to another unit, let's say, right? And also, how much is your automations that in place in your home? Because like, for example, you put in an LED light, all these things is saving energy as well. And also a different security features to safeguard your bookers' safety. So these are a different factors that the vacation renter should look at when you evaluate your technology. So by doing so, and by having a right technology, then you can concentrate on providing a better guest experience. And then also implement a different and effective marketing strategies, right? Especially in a very competitive environment now, okay? And the role of this technology for the vacation renter. So first thing you need to look at, is this a seamless technology that you are evaluating now, right? And then will this technology be able to help you to scale up when you have more and more units? Okay, because you may not have only like 10 units, in a way, but over the period of time, there will be more and more units that you will be managing. And then also, how best this technology be able to provide you a different reports for you to know what are the channels that you need to optimize your selling, and how best that you need to uplift your different marketing strategies, right? And your competitor, is that a platform for you to know how is your competitors doing, because you are not only by yourself within that vicinity. So what about your other competitors? Are they also doing well? And these are the different criteria that the owners or the operators or the hosts, they need to look at, so that you are moving to the right directions for business automations. All right. So therefore, smart technology is the backbone of the successful distribution strategy. So these are how you need to evaluate a different technology in order to help you, not to burden you, you know. And especially when after implementing the right technology, that's where that you have all the times and the energies, you know, to concentrate on your customers' experience, because they are looking for experiential travel, not to forget experiential travel. This is what we emphasize a lot. So therefore, their first journey with you, that is what they have the experience with you. How you need to ensure they have a very smooth and seamless experience throughout their booking process, and even that after staying at your unit. And the advanced solutions for you is, in terms of STAAH, we provide a very advanced or a very complexity kind of technology for the operators to manage, not just only on the effectively on the online, but at the same time to also effectively manage your these direct bookings. Yeah. So you will have a different units, and we can list more than 100 over units in the channel manager, and be able to connect you to all your partners, you know, all your online partners, even including your website as well, because you may have even a website to sell directly to your customers. So we can connect to, like for example, today we have Agoda Homes, so we can connect to Agoda Homes seamlessly. And sorry, so STAAH provide a different advantages to you. So we can provide you with the unlimited connections. So we have our partner Agoda Homes be able to help you with that different connections, and then they are also ready, you know, because we always have a very close contact with each other, to be able to help our partners to list their unit effectively and then immediately as well. So do not want to delay, because that will also affect the business. And also we provide a single login to manage all different solutions that you are looking for. So just now I also mentioned that STAAH is an ecosystem company. So we are not just only providing the channel management, we are also providing the website engine and the reputation, that is way that your bookers will leave the comments to you for a different improvements, right? And we also have a mobile apps that you can download and to manage wherever you go. So I always call it is like hotel on the go, because you don't have to be stuck in front of the computer, you know, and then be able to manage your units. You will be like having another staycations or workstation in some way, you know, and you can still manage your units effectively. And we provide you a very comprehensive analytic report, so you know what are the areas and which period that you would like to increase your price, which period that you may want to reduce your price, and you would like to know where are your demands coming from, which countries that you would like to target, you know. So this will be something that we need to get ready when the border opens next year. So we are looking into borders open by January, right? So this is a lot of things that we need to get ready, and how much that you would like to get a direct bookings from the website, you know, not just only like people sending you message from the WhatsApp, but you automate it so that they can book it directly from your website, and then free up a lot of time, and it's a cost saving as well. All right, so I talk so much about like the technology wise, so this is really something that we should look at. So we are buying a phone not just only like because of taking a very good photos and so forth. It's more than that, how a phone become like your business suite. So in terms of like technology, it's also become like very essential to all the operators now, to all the hosts now. So we'd like to touch on a little bit about STAAH again, that we also provide a local support based in Kuala Lumpur here, Malaysia. So they will be always ready to assist you if you require any assistance. And the beauty of the Malaysians is we speak all the languages, right? Yeah, so this is very good about Malaysians. Yeah, so therefore they can speak to your language. And we connect to all the 350 channels here. So, and especially that we work very closely with Agoda Homes as well on the connectivity part. So we're always doing a different enhancements to ensure a seamless connections, right? So before I pass on to Chi Hong and Gwen, and please let me know if you have any questions, and we can always address your questions. All right. Is there any questions that would like to address?
Hi, Michelle. I think there's a question in the chat from Silo.
Okay. So what are the possibilities that may happen if we open up a taken over hotel by next year due to pandemic? This is how you take over a hotel, right? Selo, I believe that this is how you will say that you will take over a hotel, and what will happen about next year. So next year is like we are working towards about this like border opens. I think the first country that we have tested is also like Singapore. So we also believe that there will be more countries like be in the VTL as well, because we need to stir up the economy, especially in the current situation, and we have about close to 80% of the populations are vaccinated. And what is the price like to use STAAH? So in terms of that STAAH, we provide a very seamless ecosystem, and then also advanced features as well to optimize the revenue for the host and then also the operators. So, and in terms of that different prices, so we provide a different needs to the operators. As I said, we have a different features, right? So we would like to understand about the requirement first, so that we address your needs, because it would not be beneficial to the host if that particular technology does not help them, because we support the host in terms of like addressing the requirements and the needs. All right. If there are no further questions, all right. So this is this is what STAAH has implemented the technology in 90 countries, and at the same time we are delighted to also share with you, we have created a different guides to help you as well to effectively manage your distribution. So you can always go to this link to download the different guides, or you can always go to STAAH.com and be able to lead you to these different guides as well. And typically, that is one guide that we'd like to share with you. This is pertaining to the vacation rental. So in this vacation rental guide here, and you will be seeing the different elements here and be able to help you, in terms of like effectively managing your units, because as I say, you will be expanding your different units, and then also what are the takeaway key points from here that you can implement in your current business. Right. And please continue to stay with us, by going to the Facebook and IG, and then also a LinkedIn as well, because we always will publish a different tips and the trends, so will benefit you. And if you would like to be in contact with me, or I can also like discuss with you, so this is my telephone number, and then also my email address, so I will always be in contact with you. All right, and now I pass it on to Gwen and Chi Hong, and they will be able to share with you what Agoda Homes be able to help you in this current situation. All right, Gwen and Chi Hong, thank you very much.
All right, so can everybody see the screen?
Yeah, we can see the screen, and then also your notes.
And my notes as well?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me try again. All right, how about now? Is it full?
You can still see the note.
Can still see the notes?
I think from the PowerPoint, you share screen, then you right click from the share screen from PowerPoint.
Right here?
Yes, you begin your slide. Right click now.
Is it the same?
Yes, yeah, it's the same.
Hold on, I'm sorry for this. Let me try.
You can still see. What if you double click on the screen now?
Michelle, how did you do it?
Gwen, perhaps that you share your screen.
Yeah, maybe Gwen, can you share the screen instead?
Is it on full screen now?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Okay, thank you so much. And I'm so sorry for the delay, guys. So I would like to start with saying hello to each of you for joining us today. And also thank you very much to STAAH for having us today, Michelle and team. So my name is Hong. I'm with my colleague Gwen. So the two of us are the Agoda Homes managers. We are very much excited to introduce fresh opportunities during this challenging time. Some of you may already know of Agoda, but what most unaware of is that we don't just offer hotels and flights. In fact, a few years back, we started to expand our supply to non-hotel accommodations, such as vacation rentals, homestays, and private accommodations, which we feel would be very relevant to all of you joining us today. So also want to highlight that we also have another team member here on the call as well, Brian, who is in our Agoda Homes connectivity team. So he works closely with Michelle as well. All right, so let's move on to the next slide. So just to highlight here, we hope that everyone not to disclose this presentation or the information contained here into to any third party without Agoda's prior written consent, because some of the data are quite sensitive, and we are happy to share with you so that you can have some key takeaways from this. All right, so please bear with us for a little while until the end for a surprise. Yeah, we do have a surprise for all of you. And all right, so next slide, please. All right, so here's the agenda of our presentation today. So we will start by sharing the current market situation and outlooks, followed by what is Agoda and what we can offer you, the success story of one of our hosts, and also the Q&A session. So before we get into Agoda and what we can offer you, we want to start off by sharing positive trends and outlooks, as we know that none of us were immune to the effects of COVID-19. Most, especially the tourism and accommodations industry, we all got hit pretty bad. So although we are still far from recovery, but there's data to prove that there's huge opportunity for your product, for vacation rentals, even amidst this pandemic. So travel may have slowed down, but the planning most definitely did not. So based on a recent study, as you can see on this slide, 30% of Malaysians already have travel plans for 2021 and beyond. In fact, 49% of them are millennials, who basically lead the charge in being the first to travel. And 64% will take their first trip with their immediate family members or family and friends as lockdown measures eased. So this is pretty aligned with what Michelle presented in a slide as well, where millennials is the sector that we should look at. So I'm not sure if all of you can relate also, right? But the prolonged lockdowns and ever-changing travel restrictions also made me want to travel more than I did pre-COVID. But with much concern right now on social distancing and the hygiene issues, I personally prefer vacation rentals and homes as well. So I can also see, like, among my friends, there's a changing trend when it comes to the different types of demands for vacation rentals. So Euromonitor's industry projections for vacation rentals in Malaysia are looking to be very promising. So firstly, I would like to highlight revenue for the short-term rental segment is projected to reach over 183 million ringgit by end of the year, with an annual growth rate projected at 29%. between now to 2026. This means by 2026, right, the industry is projected to be valued at 630 million ringgit. And further studies show that by 2026, 43% of vacation rentals revenue will be generated through online sales, as channels with reduced contact will become the new norm. So what is the key takeaway from this? So we are looking at a long sustained growth, but it's extremely important to note that majority of the growth will take effect within the next 2 years. So by 2023, the size of the business, right, would have been doubled. So that's why if you're planning to get into this vacation rental business, I cannot stress enough that there's no other perfect time than now. So we need to take action. All right, so move on to the next slide. It is about the domestic travel, right? So we look into our own data. So it shows that this segment, which is the domestic travelers, will basically lead the recovery in Malaysia specifically, especially for vacation rentals. As you can see on the left chart, the chart is showing basically the domestic search interest. You can see the gray bars, so it has been increasing week on week. It's on the uptrend side, and while on the right, the chart is showing that the domestic properties consistently have the highest share or demand in terms of production or room nights. Obviously, the number of nights booked. So, so domestic is definitely gonna be the leader. All right, so move on to the next slide. So let's learn more about Malaysians who intend to travel domestically, right? So in this chart on the timeline, we can see that 32% Malaysian respondents say that they will travel immediately or within the month of the lifting of lockdown measures. So with whom are these Malaysians most likely to travel with on their first trip after the lockdown measures ease up? So you can see in the second chart here, you can 45% Malaysians prefer to travel with their immediate family, followed by 25% prefer to travel with friends and family. So this is definitely something that that you can look into that as a target market. So we also asked, like, what are the types of destinations they're mostly likely to travel to? Can you guess it? You guys can actually just type in the answers in the chat, like what kind of destinations that Malaysians are most looking forward to. So I just want to test each of you. So can anyone? Beach? Yeah. Anyone else? Island? Okay. Cool. Urban city? Okay, that's nice. So actually all of you hit the right answers. So basically, yeah, beach and coastal destinations are the prime choice amongst Malaysians. So it's actually followed by countryside and nature, urban, city, getaways, and also small towns. So like countryside and nature, just to highlight a bit, it's more like destinations like, you know, probably for examples like Cameron Highlands, for example, even Taman Negara. Yeah, those are the destinations that Malaysians are most looking forward to. Of course, number one is still the beach and coastal destination like Langkawi, Port Dickson, Kuantan, for example. So yeah, so before I go to the next slide, so there is a poll that is flashed out. So please feel kindly like put in your answers, and then I will reveal that, see whether it's aligned with what we have in our Agoda data. All right, so please fill in the poll, and okay, now let's move on to the next slide. I think when you need to hide the poll. Okay. Okay, so now let's look at what are the top criteria that customers are looking for when booking accommodations. Based on the BCG COVID-19 Consumer Sentiment Survey, the data shows that the price, safety, and flexibility are the top three critical values that can be addressed during the booking process. So these are the things that we can address when, you know, throughout the booking process, when the customer make a booking, these are the things that we can actually focus on to capture the customers and to drive the demand. So rates and discounts definitely are the most important criteria to encourage demand. Additional incentives such as free breakfast, no child charges, and early check-in or check-out can also be taken into consideration to drive the demand as well. As being nearly as critical as price, safety and hygiene have become a top priority for customers as well. So health and safety measures such as having the best-in-class hygiene, enforced social distancing and PPE, face masks provided in the property might be an important decision factor when booking accommodations during especially post-COVID and right now. So due to the uncertainty around the future travel restrictions, right, convenience or flexibility will definitely be one of the key decision factors. Flexible cancellation, for example, without charges or fees incurred will be appealing as it offers customers empathetic flexibility and also planning comfort. So let's look at the long-term travels, right? So with the travel opening up, we observe that people travel to the same place for longer. We have seen an 85% growth for booking of 7 nights and longer compared to last year, and 100% growth in terms of the customer searching for long stay accommodations via Agoda. And as we know, the longer the stay, the lower the cost incurred on turnover, cleaning, amenities, and also less time spent on sourcing for new customers. So looking at all the surveys, projections, and trend reports, we can be sure that there is demand. But now the question is, how do you as property managers and owners capture this demand? So this is where Agoda comes in. So what is Agoda? And how we can help you succeed in this market? So from this point onwards, I'll pass it on to Gwen to walk you through what and how Agoda is gonna help you. Thank you so much. Gwen, over to you.
Thank you so much, Hong, for sharing the interesting updates and insights. So as mentioned, now that we know what are the key market trends to look out for, as well as the opportunities available, I will now share with you how Agoda can help you to capture these opportunities and grow your business. Okay. So a little bit about Agoda. So we are established since 2005. As for Agoda Homes, we started only in 2017. So over the years, Agoda has been grown into a leading worldwide online travel booking platform. And as per the Google metrics, in fact, in Malaysia, Agoda has the strongest brand presence. And with that, we have already over 9 million established members. And we are working also with 2 million vacation renters and hotels globally. And lastly, we are also part of Booking Holdings, which is the world's biggest online travel company. Okay. As for Malaysia, the vacation we are one of the key market for Agoda Homes, and also our team is expanding. So besides Hong and myself, we also have recently a new joiner in the team. So together, 3 of us, we will look after homeowners or homestay operators like you guys. So I believe there will be plenty more opportunities for us to work together to grow your business together. Okay. Okay. Next, I have an example for you guys as to how Agoda can be the right partner to help you promote your properties. Okay. So let me ask you guys. Have you ever been to like a new restaurant you have never been to before, and you enjoyed the food a lot? It's very delicious, and you find the price also is very reasonable, and the service is also very good. So now the question that I have for you guys is that since this place is so amazing, how come you or any customers have no idea or have not heard about the restaurant before. So do you guys have any guesses? Please put in the chat. Like an amazing restaurant, but none of you ever heard before. Okay, yes. I see someone answer about visibility, reviews, as well as marketing. Yes, so I think that is the right answer, which I agree. So imagine the same scenario can happen for your property. Okay, let's say you have a unit in Kuala Lumpur, you have the best location, just right opposite the Twin Tower, and you newly refurbish your property with all brand new furnitures, right? But if there is no marketing, customers will never get to know this awesome property that you have, and there will be a missed opportunity to get the bookings for your property. Okay, so this is where Agoda can come in to support you. And how do we do that? Basically, we have a few key marketing channels that with proven results. So for example, we invest a lot in performance marketing and SEO. SEO basically is keywords advertisement. So example, if a customer is planning a trip to Langkawi, they will search in Google Langkawi, and with this keyword, it will trigger our advertisement appear on top of the search engine. So that will increase chances for our properties, of course, within Langkawi, to get the bookings from potential customers. Besides that, we also have our very own marketing campaigns. So give you an example, since the start of COVID, there is a shift of demand to only domestic travels because of the closure of international borders, right? So with that, we actually launched our biggest ever domestic campaign called Go Local. And this campaign is right now the top producing campaign in Malaysia already. Okay, next, we also have our own loyalty programs. And as mentioned, we have a huge customer base of 9 million, right? So we do our own like weekly targeted marketing to our customer base. And okay, as Michelle also mentioned, social media is part of our life right now. So we also focus a lot on our social media marketing on all the major platforms like Facebook and Instagram, etc. Okay, and lastly, many of you may not be aware, but besides marketing through our own customer base, we also work with affiliate partners to help you reach out to even a larger customer base. So many of our partners are actually very well-known brands in Malaysia. So including the logos you can see here, like Shopee, Singapore Airlines, Asia, Maybank, all these are our partners, which we also do joint marketing campaigns. Okay, next. Besides our marketing efforts, here are the other benefits of working with Agoda. So as I mentioned, we have established since 2005, so we have a huge customer base. And also, I think our strong branding in hotel also complement our homestay operators like you guys, because 75 from our stats we can see 75% of the homes bookers didn't come to Agoda with the intention to book homes. However, as they search through the web, they find homes to be perfect for their needs and ended up booking homes. So there is still a lot of opportunities for homes properties to maximize their bookings on our website. Sorry. Next, the design of our website also will help you target emerging or specific market travelers. So example, earlier Hong did share 70% of Malaysia will be traveling with their families. So family travelers is one of the key markets that we should target. So from our website, we do have this very family-centric booking journey to help you target them by having the search filters where they can search by family travelers, and also with special shout out banners to allow travelers to filter for family-friendly accommodation only. Okay. And next, for long-term renters, as mentioned also, this is one of the key emerging trends. So many people have the misconception that Agoda only caters for short-term rental. So, but because we look at the data and we see the increased demand, we have actually start to cater more to this market. Firstly, by extending our maximum stay. Previously, there was a limit to only 90 days, which is 3 months. And right now it's extended up to 365 days. And secondly, when customers go to our website, on our front page, there is actually a specific landing page, as you can see on the right side, where they can specifically look for long stay deals. Example like monthly stays or weekly stay deals. Okay. So having said all this, I think the best way to show you how Agoda can really help you grow your business is through a real life example. Okay, so today we are very honored to have a very special virtual speaker with us. His name is Kenny from Escapade's Mid-Hill Genting. So he has been our host as well as a STAAH user for past years, and we are working very closely. And he has kindly recorded a video to share with you guys his first-hand experience working with both Agoda and STAAH. So I will play the video for you guys.
Hello. Good day, everyone. My name is Kenny. I'm the founder of Escapade's.
Sorry. Sorry. Let me restart the share.
Gwen, I think you have something up on your screen. You might want to remove that because we are seeing that pop up, the rectangular pop up that is blocking the view. You probably can't see it, but you have something on your screen. Then on our end, we are seeing the gray color rectangular bar in the view.
How about now?
Do you have other software that is opening up that is viewing that is basically replacing the?
Actually, no. Let me reshare it.
Sorry guys for the technical issues that we are facing.
About now?
Still seeing that rectangle thing in. Okay.
1 second. Okay. Okay. By the way, was the audio okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll go ahead to share just a second.
But yeah, but we have something. Do you have any pop-up box? Okay, now it's fine. Just let it play.
Hello. Good day, everyone. My name is Kenny. I'm the founder of Escapade's at Mid-Hill Genting Highlands. So first of all, I would like to thanks to the invitations of STAAH from Michelle and also Agoda and Grant for giving me the opportunities to share some of my experience in homestay. Since a couple of years ago, when I started my homestay in Genting Highlands, I started with my very first own units. Until today, I'm managing 28 units of homestay. So of course, part of it is my own units, and others belongs to my friends. So despite the pandemic, I'm sure everyone agree with me, it's a very tough time. But now we see, I'm sure all of you agree with me. So the business is coming back, and we appreciate and we welcome the guests, from Malaysia, because now everyone cannot travel overseas, and all duty Malaysia. So we welcome all the guests. I appreciate and I make use of the facility by Agoda on their marketing tools, and I also make use of the channel managers of STAAH, which give me peace of mind. I would like to say peace of mind, for me to manage all these units. So this is something I need to highlight with the support, spontaneous support from the personnel in Agoda and also STAAH, which give me free hands to expand my business. So this is something I'm sure every operators like you and me, maybe you guys are running bigger or smaller, but that doesn't really matter, because what we need is the platform and also the support from Agoda or STAAH, for us to expand and to carry out our business. So this is something we are looking into. So yeah, I like to say I'm happy. I'm a certified host in Agoda, and also I'm a certified user for the channel manager STAAH. So this is something we are looking at it. So yeah, thank you very much again for the opportunities, and I would like to wish everyone happy Merry Christmas, and let's work out together. Yeah. Thank you. Bye bye.
Okay. Thank you so much once again to our host Kenny. I hope with these sharings that you hear, you guys would be more motivated to start your listing with Agoda and STAAH. Okay, so if you are ready to start your listing with us, just want to share how you can do it. Okay, basically it's just 3 steps. You can visit agoda.com/homes, upload all your property details, photos, of course, most importantly, your rates, and your listings will go live in front of millions of travelers. Okay, and of course, if you have any questions, you need any support, we have our dedicated partner support team to help you answer your queries. And last but not least, you have our support. Both Hong and myself will be able to assist you as well. And this is our contact details. Okay. This is the end of my sharing for today. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask in the chat box and we will address them. Any contact number? Yes. Do you mean our contact number or the partner support number?
I think it's meant for our your numbers that they want to reach out and understand more.
Okay.
Victor, Victor, you have registered the webinar with us now. So Gwen will definitely reach out to you after the end of the webinar. Yeah.
I think maybe Gwen and Hong, we can take notes of Victor's name, and when we got the registration info from STAAH, then we can reach out to him first.
Okay.
All right. So Gwen, just have a question for you. Like, for example, right? How do these a host, all these operators to increase their conversions by listing in Agoda Homes? I believe that is also a question that from most of the hosts as well.
Yeah, definitely. So some tips and tricks for all of you, how to improve your conversion. Basically on our platform, there are two main things we look at. Number one is pricing, how competitive your price. And secondly is the content. Okay, so content includes everything right from the photos, like if you upload like high definition photos, and then as well as like the amenities that you provide. Example like free Wi-Fi or any like family friendly amenities. Okay. Besides these two, one of the important things to take note is that we also see from our data for any hosts or properties that join our marketing campaigns, which I mentioned earlier. So example like Go Local, where we target domestic travelers, or let's say right now we have a easy cancel program to provide a risk-free booking experience for our guests. So if normally if you join our programs, we also see a much higher conversion rates compared to properties that did not join. Okay, so if there are no other questions, as we promised, there is a surprise for all of you who stay with us throughout the webinar. Okay, so this is the surprise as we promised. Basically, we will be giving out 500 ringgit Agoda cash for the first host to complete the survey and also have their property listed on Agoda. Okay, so this is the QR code. So please scan with your mobile device. It just takes 2 minutes to complete the survey. And if there are any follow-up needed, me and Hong will be reaching out to you guys as well. So please submit your response to win 500 ringgit. Yeah.
Gwen, I think you have something blocking the screen. Any software that the QR code, it cannot be scanned. Anyway, I'll also send the link. No, there's still something there that is blocking all this while. I already sent the link in the chat, so everybody can actually do the survey through that link as well. Yeah, Gwen, the bar is being moved down. Did you do anything?
Yeah, that's actually the control panel, for the Zoom.
Oh, okay. It's the one that is blocking. Yeah, you need to move it out of the view. Right, so so the link is in the chat. Everybody can use that survey.
Yeah, so Victor, if you have your existing user, if you have more properties, you can also list it to win the 500 ringgit.
Okay, I saw a question from Kevin Ong. I was Agoda before, but is Agoda Homes more effective for my business? About 20 boutique units. So Kevin, can you tell me more about your boutique units? Are they private apartment and all that? You can actually use that survey to provide us with more information, and we'll follow up. We'll take note as well. So we'll get back to Victor and also Kevin Ong as well. So Kevin, feel free to fill in that link. There are more chats coming in, so we'll share the link again, so everybody can click the link and fill in the survey. And you can also drop any additional questions you have there, and we'll reach out.
Okay, so yeah, that's the end. So we will pass it back to Michelle to wrap up the webinar. Okay, thank you everyone.
Thank you, Gwen, and thank you, Chi Hong. Yep.
Thank you.
And thank you everyone for staying with us throughout this 1 hour and 15 minutes. And our apologies for stretching the time. And if you need any assistance and all this thing, so you can always reach out to us. I am Michelle, and then also Gwen and Chi Hong as well. So this is how the beauty of the technology that emerging over the period of time and provide us a different platform to earn a parallel income. You know, if you have a unit, if you would like to earn that revenue, by all means, and you can always reach out to Agoda Homes. And at the same time, we provide you a very advanced technology and then also a different ecosystem solutions as well to be able to help you to optimize your selling and to help you to also expand your business. All right, thank you very much for all the supports given, and have a great day and stay safe. Bye bye.